We have arrived where Abraham Lincoln's house is at. Oh, his home. Here's a visitor center. Here's the visitor center. And then here's the parking lots, obviously. So yeah, let's go on a little walk. So when I went to Herbert Hoover's, they have something similar to this. You know, they have the house where he was born and all that stuff. It's a cool little area. So like how the houses used to look back then. The streets. So that's his house, but we're gonna check that one later. Says this view has been the most frequent photographed through years. Okay. Oh, man, this place looks cool. Just looking at these houses. So obviously that one's Abraham Lincoln's house, but we're saving that one for last, of course. So let's look at the other houses. Ellen Miller. I don't know what that is, but that looks cool. Well, it's a wagon, obviously, but man, these houses look cool. Wonder how they look in the inside. And I wonder if we can go inside Abraham Lincoln's house. I'm not sure, but This is interesting. So it says here, in the empty lot before you once, oh my gosh, why am I struggling? It says, in the empty lot before you once stood two small houses. The 1850 census tells us that two families lived here. The Jenkins and the Blanks shared walls and common goals to improve the lives of African Americans. It says both families became advocates for freedom through their activism. It says James and Martha Ann Blanks, free people of color, arrived in Springfield in the 1840s. James became a champion for African American education. In the 1850s, he helped organize a school fundraiser and joined a group of African Americans who believed education was the only sure way to redeem ourselves from the bondage that we are in now. It says the Jenkins families arrived in Springfield sometime in 1844. Jameson Jenkins filled his certificate of freedom with the Sangamon County Record of Deeds on March 28, 1846, to prove he was free. Okay, that's cool. Looks like in 2013 they excavated. They found a ceramic fragment from a children's mug with the words, "We word of merit." Okay, that's cool. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to figure out this camera. Yeah, have you guys got any advice on how to do my videos? I'll take any advice. I think this will be a little cool. If you like history or dark history, be a cool thing to do. Alright. And there is Abraham Lincoln's house. Here's a picture. And Abraham Lincoln's right there. Wow, that's crazy. Well, I don't know if we can go outside. Guess we'll find out. Nope. Be cool. We could go inside though. So yeah, in that picture, Abraham Lincoln stood like about right there. And it was at this moment when I realized that you had to take a tour to go inside Abraham Lincoln's house. And I felt very dumb. So what you have to do is you have to go to the welcome center and they will give you a free ticket. And I believe that's every 15 minutes they go out and give a tour of Abraham Lincoln's house. I highly recommend you guys to do this. This was on our way to the house to go tour it. I decided to record with my meta glasses because I wanted to try it out. And so far, it looks pretty good.
The park was a great place for us to begin because if we were actually going to visit the Lincolns, this is where they would greet us, whether we. Smallest stuff on the tool. This is the kitchen. There's actually only one original artifact that remains in here, the stove. So that was actually bought by the Lincolns in the summer of 1860, and we got it shipped here from Buffalo, New York by a catalog. And came in multiple pieces, but we don't know its exact price because of that. Because the catalog didn't list the shipping cost, and I don't think the Lincolns got free shipping. Either way, it'd be a very nice gift for Mary and the Howard staff, as it allowed them to properly greet guests in a way that they saw fit. Now, I'd also like to mention, of course, that at least when it comes to that stove, they leave it here when they left to go to Washington, D.C. And that makes a lot of sense, because I can only imagine how difficult it would be to get that stove in or out of this room. But it wasn't the only thing that they left. They also left a lot of the black postal furniture here in the pole, and that was the most expensive furniture. Why leave that here unless you wanted to come back? Whatever plans they had, they'd be dashed by Abraham's assassination, and the only Lincoln who ever came back was Robert, who spent a night here, February 12, 1909, or the centennial of Abraham's birthday. The final thing that I like to mention here in this room, though, is the size, because this room's just about the same size as the single-room log cabins that Abraham grew up in Kentucky, Indiana, and Illinois. So imagine sharing a room this big with 4 to 7 other family members for the first 22 years of your life. You've got an idea of the humble beginnings of Abraham. From there, he made his way to New Salem. After 5.5 years there, he'd come here to Springfield with nothing but 2 saddlebags and less than $20 to his name. He left the city as the president elected the United States of America, and his stories went on vast upward social mobility. He made a lot of wealth and a lot of status here, but that's not the only story we can mention. There's plenty of stories we can talk about, and I've given y'all a lot of my favorites, because that's really what history is. It's our own memory of the past, and if you take one of the stories that I've given you today and show it to somebody else, then you're helping us keep history alive. So on behalf of the Lincoln Home, I'd like to thank you for your time. Do you have any final questions, anything like that before I let y'all go?
All right, you guys. So I know I told you guys I was gonna go see Lincoln's library slash museum, but which I'm gonna explain. I bought this passport booklet thing, which I'm gonna show you guys later, which is really cool. But um, before I leave Springfield, I actually want to show you guys the Capitol building, which unfortunately there's construction going on. I gotta wait. Well, but anyways, yeah. So anyways, I bought this passport book, which you can stamp your books, like places you've been.
6th Street, walk sign is on to cross. 6th Street.
So you can visit places you've been, and well, St. Louis is in it for the Gateway Arch, and I haven't been to St. Louis since I was a kid, and it's only an hour and a half away. So I was like, why not? So that's what I'm gonna do. But let me show you guys the Capitol building. It's a neat little thing. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's under construction right now. There's another cool part of history, you know. So this is a little bit of downtown Springfield. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, you guys can see the construction going on. Man, looking at this, it is so cool. Also, I believe this is where, I don't know where at exactly, but it's where President Barack Obama announced that he was going to run for president. And I know he announced it here in the old Capitol building. Pretty cool just to witness and see just part of U.S. history. Well, not witness, but you know. So yeah. So I'm gonna be heading to St. Louis. I wasn't expecting. I wasn't gonna go. I was actually just gonna go head back to my apartment, which is 3 hours away. But like you know what they say, you only live once. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So please like, comment,